Hello. We're going to just take a few minutes here for people to hop on, see who's joining today. It is a spur of the moment kind of thing, sort of. I had planned that I wanted to do something for this beautiful Halloween Samhain that we have going on here today. I don't really know how to schedule lives. I can get them scheduled, but then I don't know how to actually turn it on when it's time to go live. So I have to kind of do them this way. But hopefully some people will catch it. I did post in the Facebook group for those of you who are members there. Hello. Hi, Kevin. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. This is a beautiful day. Yes, such powerful spiritual energies that we have present here today. Hello, Pete. Hi, nice to see you there. Yeah. I mean, we had to do something. It's so powerful. This day is always powerful. And of course, it is also within this gateway of the 1111. Really kind of giving a huge boost to those energies. I think the veil is very thin today. So we're going to talk about this energy. We're going to do probably a little reading here. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was supposed to work a costume party last night, and that didn't end up working out. So I figured might as well get some use of these horns, right? That's right. Yes, yes. Samhain. And so for those of you who may not know, although I would imagine probably a lot of people watching this channel do, this was traditionally a pagan holiday. And it represented the dark half of the year beginning. It was also a great time of harvest, a time when our ancestors were celebrated, a time when the veil was considered to be extremely thin and spirits were considered to walk amongst us. And so this is how the American tradition of Halloween got started. It's a lot of our holidays really are based in pagan roots and pagan traditions. And so it is traditional today to light that fire, whether you have a hearth or wherever you can light that fire, and to really release anything that you're ready to let go of. This is considered New Year's Eve for pagans. And November 1st, which would also be known as the Day of the Dead, is considered New Year's Day. So there's a lot of really powerful energies that we're working with as we're really closing out a cycle here. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Eli. Hello, Aurora. Oh, welcome, you guys. I'm so happy to have you all with us. Yeah, so it's a day of death and rebirth, right? Which is perfect. It's perfect that Halloween, Samhain, whatever you want to call it, is happening also during Scorpio season, right? Because there's a lot of that potent Scorpio energy. So a lot of that energy of alchemy today, of really putting things to rest. Whatever it is that we're wanting to put to rest in our lives, whatever is ready to die, so that we can then begin this fresh new cycle. Oh, thank you, Pete. Yeah, yes, absolutely. If you guys want to hit that like button, that is always appreciated. Something that's really fun too is the whole idea of wearing costumes came from this tradition, this pagan tradition, where it was believed that the connection to the fairy realms was also very powerful during this day. And so in order to avoid being kidnapped by the fae, people would wear masks. And they would disguise themselves so they wouldn't be recognized. So that's kind of a really fun way to trace back the Halloween costumes. And then, of course, the Day of the Dead, November 1st, is traditional. That's where a lot of those costumes come from, is that the celebrations on the Day of the Dead. And so it's really fun when we can trace back those roots. But it really is that day with that beautiful spiritual energy. Like we said, honoring the ancestors, extremely important. Today is a very powerful day to be able to connect with your ancestors. And so many of us are doing such powerful ancestral healing right now. So really connecting and communing with them is going to be, I think, very appreciated today. And I just know that I can feel our ancestors wanting to reach out to us and wanting to really connect with us. And as we honor them, they also honor us, because all the work that we're doing right now, all of this ancestral healing that we're doing, is setting them free in so many ways, right? We're breaking those chains. We're breaking those cycles that our ancestors aren't present here to do. And for a lot of us, we were kind of like, we were voted to come here and be the one to break these cycles. So it's really, really powerful stuff. And they have so much support and so much love for us. And I think that we can really feel that today if we allow ourselves to do so. Excuse me. Yeah. So working with those beautiful ancestral energies, you can set out a skull. The skulls traditionally represent our ancestors. Anybody who works with crystals, those crystal skulls are really powerful representations of that as well. Light some candles. Definitely light that fire. Transmute those energies that are wanting to be transmuted today. Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful, Kevin. When did you send that to me? I'll have to recheck my email. Sometimes there's so much stuff going on that I space things or I overlook things. So absolutely send that to me again if you would, because I would love to talk to you. I feel like maybe we had talked about that. So yeah, just send me a refresher, Kevin. I would love to do that. Horns look natural. Yeah. Well, they are, this is my dark side. We all have the dark and the light side, and it's all about keeping those in balance, right? Hello, Allie. Oh, you guys, you're so beautiful. I hope that you guys have some really beautiful plans. We're not sure what we're going to do today. There's definitely going to be, it is unseasonably warm today, which is really, really beautiful. It's going to be nice tomorrow too. So we're not getting a whole lot of nice weather here in the Northeast anymore. So we're definitely going to go out in nature and connect with our roots there. There's going to be a fire involved. There may be some graveyard dancing. We're not really sure. It's very fluid right now. We're just going to allow the day to take us where it may. But I really wanted to get on here and connect with you guys first. Yes, hiking in your backyard. Oh, wonderful. Do you have a lot of space to do that, Jennifer? I may be coming, Jen, at some point for some hikes then. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I do remember that, Kevin. Yep. Hello, Eli. Hello, beautiful. All right. So something else that's important to note about today is the galactic signature that we're working with today is the red solar dragon energy. And this is really beautiful because the red dragon energy is all about nurturing, birth, and being. So it's like, what are we birthing? What are we creating? And so as we are putting things to rest, as we are allowing what is ready to die, we're also in that process of creation. So what is it that we're creating, right? Destruction begets creation. So as we destroy, as we release, we're also creating. So really thinking about what it is that we want to create, but also just being fully present today. Hello, Christina. Being absolutely fully present so that we're able to really take advantage of these energies, all of these highly spiritual energies with this veil so thin, with communication, with whoever, right? Our ancestors, passed on loved ones, also any types of spirits, right? Also like our star team, our star family, our teams, our guides, really taking advantage of that energy. When we're present, we're much better able to notice all the magic that's going on around us. And there is so much magic in the air today. Hello, Ty. Yes, take off your antlers before you go in the woods. That's probably a good idea. I believe it is still hunting season where we live right now. Oh, yeah. So really being fully anchored, fully rooted, fully present in the moment, fully present in our bodies, fully present in this earthly experience today. And this red dragon energy is also about taking care of ourselves, right? And it's all about taking care of ourselves. So we want to be nurturing to ourselves. We want to be loving to ourselves today. Anytime we have this high voltage spiritual energy. I was adding up the dates of today. And I do believe that it breaks down to a 1 as well. So we're back in that 1 energy. And then moving, of course, into that 1111 portal. And so this really, to me, I feel it tying back to the 1010 portal energy and really helping to open the 1111 portal energy as well. So where those things come together, where they meet, where we meet in our sovereignty, in our knowing of ourselves as a powerful spiritual being, in our role as leaders in this new earth, right? Where we meet with all of that empowered energy and then opening up that magic and that manifestation of that 1111 portal energy. And if you guys haven't checked that out, My video for the 1111 portal on this channel just came out yesterday. And I know, I think in a couple days here, the video that I did with Pete on Empath Uprising is going to air on the 1111 portal as well. Some really powerful energies that we're working with today. So really working with that energy of manifestation and the energy of meditation. Meditation is going to be so powerful today. If you can go and meditate, especially out in nature, do some meditations with fire, maybe really working with that fire element today, as well as that earth element. Root chakra healing. Yes, absolutely. Oh, a cosmic stroll. I love that, Jen. Yes. Ooh, tons of giant quartz rocks. Okay, all right. We're already planning things for the springtime then. It may be, I don't know, maybe it's not too cold. I always limit myself with the weather. Hello, Tommy. Yes, yes, yeah. Yeah, a lot of powerful, Eli, a lot of powerful work that was done yesterday. So much ancestral energy coming through there. So like I was blown away by the amount of ancestral healing that you're doing right now for your lineage. That was really, really impressive. Yeah. They're so grateful. They're so grateful to you. All of our ancestors are so grateful to us right now. And so just sharing and that honoring, like we talked about, sovereign souls, absolutely. Yes, light those fires, you guys. A solstice hike. I like that. Yeah, maybe see if I get enough people that motivate me, maybe I will start doing some hiking and some stuff in the winter. I don't know. I need some people to kind of like inspire me in that way, because when it gets cold, I tend to just kind of hibernate and curl up in my shell. All right, so let's see. What else do we want to talk about today? We can talk about the astrology as well here briefly. Let me see. I don't know if I have this. Yes, I do have it written down. Yes, we have the moon in Virgo today for this beautiful Samhain. And we also have an opposition going on to Neptune and a trine going on to Uranus today. So this is definitely a mystical energy. It's really helpful that we have Uranus and Taurus and we have that moon in Virgo. So these are earth energies. So they really help to anchor some of this spiritual energy. But today's a day full of mystery and the unexpected with that Neptune and that Uranian energy in the air. And so be open to anything, be open to developments that you might not have thought of. Also be open to inspiration and possibly some just a lot of that inspirational energy, those flashes of insight with that Uranus energy. It's really supercharging that spiritual energy when we have a beneficial connection between the moon and Uranus. With that opposition to Neptune, we do want to be aware that things may not be, don't take anything at face value today. Look deeper, feel deeper into things, and really just allow this to be a day when you daydream, when you fantasize, when you just sort of like open up to the spiritual energies and see where they take you. But just know that everything that we're seeing and experiencing, like there's a little bit of that Neptunian flavor to it, where there may be a little bit of that illusion present. But also remember, we have Neptune in retrograde. So those illusions are peeling away. So it could go either way for people today. We could start to get some insights that we haven't yet had before that help us to understand things more clearly. Or we could feel a little bit of that confusing energy, in which case, like if things are a little bit illusory, just go with that. Just let that be what it is for today. Enjoy that energy of mysticism. Enjoy that energy of illusion. It's definitely a day where we can have a deep connection with our own souls, as well as with the souls of those who have crossed over as well. So we really like that for today, channeling that psychic energy. With this Virgo energy, right? We can channel that psychic energy very deliberately, and we can really put it into some beautiful creative projects, right? Some beautiful imaginings today. Yes, birth and resurrection, that fire energy, birth, resurrection, transmutation. I always work with fire for the energy of transmutation, fire, and of course the violet flame. But any flame, really. Yes, I feel the fire within my soul heating up with these magical, mystical qualities in the air. Absolutely. I absolutely love Tommy. For those of you who don't know, he is one of my closest friends and my roommate. And he's just, he has the most amazing energy. And so it's every day. I feel that today is going to be so magical, but it is because, and then he reminds me, because we are magic. And it's so true. Like, he's such an uplifting energy to have in my life in such a consistent manner. Yeah. I will throw it out there, astrologically speaking, today's not the greatest day for gambling. With the aspects that Jupiter is making to the part of fortune and the money points, we may not necessarily want to take those kind of gambles today, but we definitely want to be open to the communications that are coming in for us. Yeah, so that's it. That's all we're going to talk about for the astrology. We don't need to get super deep into it. What I do want to do, though, is I'm going to pull some Moonology cards, and then I'll probably go with a couple of our darker decks today, too, just to really get into the energy here. Clear. Casino Friday. Oh, that's cool. That's always fun. That's always a fun game to play. I don't necessarily do that. I've actually never been to a casino because I think it's something about being a Taurus. I'm just not into the idea of losing money. And I know that the potential is there to win, but I'm just way too practical when it comes to my finances. So I've never been, but we do play quite a bit of cribbage over here. And it is fun trying to guess what cards are going to come out and trying to manifest certain cards that we're looking for. All the little ways that we can play with our intuition. When we're doing that, we're actually strengthening and fine-tuning our intuition as well. And so it's a really powerful way to begin really tapping into that. Hello, Moonai. Hello, welcome. Hello, Pamela. Yes. Ooh, are you out in Nevada? I'm so drawn to those southwestern states. I will be living in the Southwest sometime in the near future. I do know that. I'm thinking Arizona, but it could be anywhere out there. I'm very drawn to the energy of New Mexico. I'm noticing that Utah is absolutely gorgeous as well. There's just the energy out there is so incredibly magical. Yeah. No, exactly, Pete. We're not into the gambling thing. We like a sure thing. And I've had to sort of come to terms with the fact that in life in general, there's not necessarily always such a thing as a sure thing. But I like it to be as close as possible, especially when it comes to my money. And it's so funny. So the first card we had out today is luck is on your side. So isn't that interesting? Considering what we're talking about here, I'm not saying that this is necessarily contradicting the idea that we may not want to gamble today, but it's saying that there is a lot of powerful lucky energy. And I love that this is new moon in Sagittarius because mid-November, we are moving into Sagittarius season. And we do have that new moon in Scorpio coming up, of course. If you guys haven't checked out that video, definitely recommend that you do so. That is going to be a huge portal of energy during this 11/11 gateway. There's going to be a lot of massive activations going on with that new moon in Scorpio. But this is, it's telling us that we are blessed, right? We are lucky. Whatever intentions we are setting at this time, right? That arrow, the bow and arrow to me always represents intentions. Right? Whatever intentions we are setting at this time, there's a lot of powerful, beneficial, and I am feeling the energy of Jupiter as we're talking about this. And Jupiter, of course, is the ruler of Sagittarius. There's a lot of fortuitous energy behind that. Like our efforts and our intentions are truly blessed right now. And so just knowing that as we're setting these intentions, know that, remember, we're in the 11/11 gateway right now. The 11/11 gateway is a manifestation gateway. It is the creator's portal. And so that those powerful energies, our intentions are backed by very powerful energy, especially when those intentions are pure of heart, when those intentions are for the highest good of all, when those intentions are pure and true. And we talk about this, Tommy and I talk about this all the time, the energy of the how doesn't matter. It's the what and the why. What do you want and why do you want it? That's all we need to know, and the how works itself out. And so really today, getting clear on that, getting clear on our intentions, getting clear on what do I want and why do I want it? And setting those intentions out into the world. Hello, Joanna. Yes, so wonderful to have you here. All right, what else do we have coming out here? Ooh, we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And we got 2 new moons, so that's a lot of fresh new energy coming in, right? That's a lot of beginnings. And then we have the void of course moon, nothing will come of this situation. And so definitely feeling for some, if you have been seeking to manifest romance in your life, if you have been closing out a cycle, right? A major cycle when it comes to love and romance. You've been closing out maybe belief systems related to love and romance. Any of these things, right? You've been putting to bed some of those old energies because you want something new, you want something different, and you're perhaps wanting to create that in your life. This is energy that says that like those intentions are really hitting home, and there is a new cycle that's beginning. Possibly because of your efforts, because of the work that you've put in, and because of for many, right? The closing out of those old cycles, whether that means literally closing out relationships that were not for your highest good, that were not truly aligned with your highest self, whatever the case may be. And this card, to me, a lot of times when this comes out, this means like stop worrying. This means stop worrying and stop obsessing. But let's get a little more clarification. Let's get some clarification. Actually, I want to do the tarot for this. Let's get some clarification on nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon, clear. Although what it's really feeling to me right now is that this is a belief for some people that nothing will happen, right? That a healthy relationship is not meant for me. I'm meant to be alone, right? These are beliefs, right? I will never have somebody of my own. I can't find somebody, right? That's not meant to be. That's not for me. It's like this energy of every time you meet someone, like, yeah, that's not going to work out. Yeah, that's not for me. So that's this nothing will come of this situation. Those are some old beliefs that people have had to work through, to move through, that are helping you to enter into this new cycle. That's what that feels like to me. It feels like this energy of also, okay. So what they're saying too is it's this energy of you not having strong intentions, right? Void of course. This is where the moon has no determined course. You're not setting those in. Some people, it's like nothing has manifested also. It's like you've done a lot of the healing, but you haven't set firm intentions. What type of partner do you want to manifest? Right? What does love look like to you? What does a loving, healthy partnership look like to you? What qualities is the person you're wanting? What qualities do they have? And for some people, it's just like not putting yourself out there at all. So it's like you're wanting things, but you're just kind of like floating in space. And there are no clear intentions set. And so that's part of that energy as well, with that void of course energy. Oh, we got the Knight of Cups. Oh my God. So we got the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands coming out as clarifiers here. So this is, of course, a romantic offer. This is that loving energy. And the Four of Wands is the 11-11 union energy, right? It is the happy home, the stable foundation, love, bliss, right? And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is putting the burdens down, right? These are all those old belief systems. These are all the programming, right? That's keeping you from happiness. And this is the Strength card, can often represent the overcoming of the mind, the taming of the beast. And the beast is our mind, right? And this is something that we've been working on throughout 2021 here. I almost said 2022. I'm skipping ahead now. Is this energy of mastering the mind, right? Of reprogramming the mind. And so, putting all those burdens down, right? all of that excess energy that we were carrying, all of those old belief systems that aren't serving us, right? All of our baggage from past relationships, from past situations, and really having that, you know, that strength. And then we have the Death card on the bottom of the deck here too, which is the Scorpio season card, right? Which is that card of transformation, like we talked about. This is the most Halloween-y card in the deck right here. All right. Yeah. So for some people, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of love energy. And one thing to keep in mind is that is part of the energy of the 1111 portal. There's definitely an energy of unification of the masculine and the feminine, both within us, and also just that energy of divine partnership in general. So yes, the beast is our mind. He must be very handsome. Yes, Tommy, that's right. And we were just talking about this, weren't we? Clearly making a decision about your wants, wishes, and desires, and aligning your choices and your actions, right? Yes, aligning ourselves energetically with that. And this, even though these cards are talking about love energy and relationship energy, that can be applied to any area of our lives, right? Where is it that we've been like wanting something, but we haven't really gotten clear about the parameters of what it is that we want? We haven't really firmly set those intentions, and we haven't begun aligning our actions. Like anything that we talk about, it can always mean whatever it personally means for you, right? These energies are universally applicable. Hello, Isha. Hello, beautiful. Yes. Oh my God. I love you guys. You're amazing. All right. So what else are we going to do here? I want to, yeah, we are probably going to pull from the Dark Mirror. We're going to pull from the Wisdom of the House of the Night deck as well. I don't know though. All right. The Dark Mirror wants to come out first. So we're going to pull from this. This is a clear, very shadowy deck here. It's meant to assist us in working with the shadow, working with our dark side, right? And we use these decks in the Scorpio season reading. If you guys didn't check that out, a lot of interesting stuff. So let's see what the Dark Mirror wants to tell us. What is being reflected in the Dark Mirror today? Hello, Karen. Hello. All right, let's see. Ooh, Triumph of Lies coming out. And this was an energy that came out in the Scorpio season reading too. And so this is that energy of honesty, right? Where it is that there is a lack of honesty, where it is that more honesty is necessary, where it is that we've been lying to ourselves. So today, especially with that moon opposing Neptune energy, with Neptune in retrograde, there are deeper truths that may be exposed, right? The most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves. And so where is it that we have perhaps been misleading ourselves and inadvertently misleading others as well? This is also the energy, right? I mean, this is why it's so important to master our minds, because there are so many lies, right? There's so much disinformation being spread, so much fear being spread in the world right now. And it has seemed for a very long time those lies have triumphed. And we are peeling back those layers of illusion, right? We are seeing truth. That's why it's so important for us to be able to judge truth by our own resonance, right? To seek the truth within instead of without. But we can always become a clearer beacon for truth is what I want to say. But it's like that lie detector. And remember, Scorpio energy is really good at moving beyond pretense, right? At really getting to the meat of things, getting to the bones of a thing. And that actually is a perfect when we have like the skeleton here, right? Getting to the bones of a matter. And so in Scorpio season, we're getting real, right? We're getting real with ourselves, which is allowing us to become more real with others. Because like we said, if we're not being honest and truthful with ourselves, we cannot be truthful with others. Yeah. And it's like we can look back and there may be, it's like what I'm feeling is like there may be times when for some people, there's some aspect where we're coming face to face, or we're seeing this in other people, coming face to face with the fact that we've been living a lie. It's this energy, like there may have been lies that were told in order to keep the peace, in order to create certain situations that were deemed to be beneficial for all involved. But it's no longer beneficial. And now it's like a house of cards. It's all coming crumbling down, because everything that was meant to be productive, everything that was meant to be helpful, was built on a lie. And those lies cannot stand anymore. We are peeling back those layers of illusion wherever they rest. Yeah. So exactly. Hello, Pamela. No BS, right? That's exactly what this is all about. It's like our bullshit detectors are on overdrive right now. Not just with other people, though, with ourselves. We have to remember that first. Yeah. And with the world at large. Yeah. Let's see. And this is interesting. I always find it interesting where I put the cards down. So I set the Triumph of Lies on top of the cards about the new romantic cycle. So I feel like this is also where we're getting honest with ourselves when it comes to what we want and desire in relationships, when it comes to our own habits and patterns in relationships, and how those have created the relationships that we've experienced. Doesn't have to just be romantically, right? Because remember, we create everything. Everything is of our creation, and it's created primarily by our belief systems, right? By our subconscious mind. So it's noticing. Yeah, where was I going with that? I feel like we're getting really clear on the part that we've played in things. We're also getting really clear on where it was, like if we found ourselves in situations where we were constantly being lied to. Right? And I think a lot of us have experienced this before. Right? Where things, it's we're going back to that Neptunian energy again, when things were not quite what they seemed. And so it's really like getting to the heart and getting to the truth of matters. And seeing and noticing those places where even those little white lies that may have, we thought improved a situation for a time, are actually now kind of coming back to bite us or other people in our reality in the ass, is sort of what that feels like. So interesting. So it's also where our own integrity is being called into question right now, right? Where we're being given opportunities maybe to tell those little white lies, right? To lie to ourselves or to lie to others because it feels more comfortable. And we're going to notice that when it's happening, and we're going to be getting that opportunity to tell the truth instead, to be honest instead, even when it hurts, even when it makes situations uncomfortable. Right? We're going to be given these opportunities. Notice nothing is little, especially as we move through this 1111 gateway. Nothing is little or inconsequential. Every little detail matters. How you do one thing is how you do everything. That's what we need to remember. That's how we maintain energetic consistency. And then we have, is this me coming out? And this to me feels like, and I had an instance of this the other night. This is this me energy, where it was like I was looking in the mirror, and this happens to be kind of off frequently, actually. I didn't even recognize who was looking back at me. And it was like I was a complete stranger to myself. And sometimes that feels good, but sometimes it's like I miss aspects of who I used to be. And it's kind of scary when you're floating in that space in between where you don't really know who you are anymore. So for some of us, it's this loss of identity, right? This loss of identity as the ego is shifting and changing, right? As the ego is beginning to merge with the higher self, this loss of identity. And that's part of the lie, right? That was the mask. The masks are coming off. The masks that we wore even for ourselves are coming off. And for others, it's like we're seeing ourselves trapped in, or not trapped, we're never trapped, but in situations where we're not able to be who we authentically are. Right? Where we've allowed ourselves to play a part in somebody else's story, right? Instead of being the main character in our story, we're a side character in somebody else's story. I think a lot of us come to that point, and then we want to break free of that. We want to break free. We want to break out of that energy. So it's like seeing ourselves where it is that we've fallen into a job or a relationship or any kind of role where all of a sudden we realize that we're not living our truth. And we're feeling the desire to break free of that now. And that Scorpio new moon is going to be all about that energy. Yes, integrity and discernment are key. I like to try to stop and read your comments every once in a while. Hey, Johnny. Oh, thank you. Yes. All right. Truth doesn't need to be defended. It's objective. Yep. Please like the video. Oh, thank you, Pete. Yes, absolutely. Always appreciate that. So yeah, it's this moment. And I feel like this is going to be a moment for some people, right? Where it's like you stop in the middle of what you're doing and you're like, wait a minute, who is this person? Is this really me? Is what I'm doing like, wait a minute, this doesn't resonate. This doesn't feel right. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I partaking in this situation, in this conversation, in this moment, right? Or it's like we begin to start questioning those things. So that's a really interesting energy. Yeah, and then on the bottom of the deck here, we do have hiding your true self. So that's that energy right there, right? Where we're no longer hiding the truth of who we are. We're noticing where it is that we may still be doing this, right? Anywhere that we may still be doing this. Even sometimes when we could get connected with a new tribe, right? Like a beautiful tribe like this. Sometimes we may feel the need to conform and be the way that we think that the new people that we're connecting with want us to be, right? And so it's like we're always having to be aware of where it is that we're falling into that chameleon energy of where wanting to fit in, right? Wanting to blend, wanting to meld. Honey, you were not put here to blend. You were put here to stand out. And every single one of us stands out in our own unique way. All right. So it's really getting to so much of this, this energy of truth. Being true to ourselves, really admitting to ourselves what we think, how we feel. Yeah. Oh my God, this is it. This is the energy, right? We have Masquerade coming out now. Yeah. So on this most hallow of eves, right? On this beautiful Samhain, we are being asked, right? We may be putting the mask on in terms of our costume today, but we're being asked to take the mask off when it comes to ourselves, right? Because that's how we have to do it. Until we can take the mask off in front of ourselves, we can never do it in front of other people, right? We have to get into this energy. Well, we don't have to do anything, right? But it would benefit us immensely to move into this energy of truth, being true to ourselves, noticing and paying attention to what it feels like to be true to ourselves. When we start to feel that, we start to notice when we're not, or vice versa, right? That feeling of irritability, that feeling of anxiety, that feeling of discontent that really points to the fact that we're not honoring ourselves. So really honoring ourselves today, being truthful with ourselves, even if it's ugly, even if it hurts, right? Even if it's not something that we'd like to admit, right? Something bothers us that we don't want to admit bothers us. Something doesn't jive with us and we really wish that it did, right? Wherever it is that we've been in denial, this is about moving out of that energy of denial and really embracing our truth. Yeah, and perchance to dream on the bottom of the deck. So that energy of dreams. Dreams are going to be very powerful for many around this time. Remember also to be psychically shielding yourselves. The veil is very thin right now, and there are a lot of energies and entities who would love to have access to your energy, and not all of them have the best of intentions. Clear. So be very selective with who you share your energy with, and be very careful to guard and shield your energy, especially in your dream time. Especially in your dream time. Set that psychic shield, set that intention, ask your guides to reinforce that for you. I do that every night before I go to sleep. When I started having those borderline night terrors, those psychic attacks when I was sleeping, I got really, really good about shielding myself. Right? So it's like we want to be open to the magic today and tomorrow and always, right? But we don't want to be so open that we're just letting anything in. Ooh, and then we have Summon coming out. This is a beautiful card for today. Getting into the wisdom of the house of the night to close us out here for this Halloween reading. Summon, right? Which is all about, once again, intention, manifesting, creating, calling something into being. And that's card number 13, with it, which is a beautiful, beautiful mystical card, right? That is the lunar number. We have the 13 tones of creation that we work with in the galactic calendar, very mystical number. Then we have 36 differences. And we have 12, conclusion. Interesting. And rise on the bottom of the deck. Let's get clear. Let's get some clarification for Summon here. And one thing that's really popping out to me instantly as I'm shuffling right now is this energy of, so Summon makes us think about magic, right? It makes us think about ritual as well. Now, when we're practicing, when we're trying to create anything, right? When we're practicing any kind of magic, and know that manifestation is magic, right? We have to have a united will. So when we have these opposing energies here, another way that we talk about this when we're talking about theta healing and we're talking about the subconscious mind and belief systems, we call them dual belief systems. It's when we believe two opposing things simultaneously. This can also be the energy where we want two opposing things simultaneously. When we want two opposing things or believe two opposing things simultaneously, that energy is split. And so it really affects the process of manifesting, of creating. It's very difficult to create what it is that we are desiring when we hold belief systems or desires within us that are opposing to that. So we really want to work on this process of uniting our will, right? Of dissolving those old belief systems, of really getting clear, like we said, once again, getting clear about what it is that we want, right? And knowing and understanding if we want two things at the same time, then that's okay. And we want to explore those options. We want to understand why it is that we want these two things. And we may just have to let that energy play itself out until we come to a more united place within. Oh yeah. And then of course, as I said, play itself out. I look down in this card. This is the conclusion card, right? So I feel like actually what's going on here for some people during this Halloween, and this is going to be today and tomorrow, really. And possibly throughout the 11/11 portal, some of these energies, I think, and Scorpio season. We're noticing where it is that we have these dual belief systems, where we have these dual desires, and we're uniting those, right? We're concluding that energy, and we're coming to a more united place within, where our will is becoming more united. We're understanding the different things that we wanted, why we wanted those different things, and what it is that we truly want, right? We're making that choice. We're making that commitment. We're making that decision. And we're closing out the energy of what it is that we don't want. Give me some more on this differences card. Got the 3 of Wands coming out. The 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is all about indecision, right? Sitting, waiting, being undecided, being torn between two conflicting paths. Yeah, the Emperor and the Devil. All right. So this is the energy of sovereignty. This is the energy of bondage. Right. So some of this energy may have to do with these, it's like this energy, this conflicting energy was holding us hostage. Our inability to decide our perhaps attachment to some things from our past even, were keeping us stuck. We weren't able to move forward. It's like that energy of kind of like when you're straddling a doorway, you have one foot in and one foot out. It's like many people are getting the opportunity right now to place both feet solidly in the direction they want to go. It's like finally moving through that doorway that's been open the whole time. And for some people, I feel like doors have been open that you didn't even notice were open because you were too busy battling this energy or being tempted by this energy, right? The devil looks very tempting here. So it's like those old comforts too. Some of this was like the old comfort. It was like the comfort of the familiar was one of the energies holding us back. The comfort of the familiar versus the thrill of the unknown. Yeah. Sometimes it almost feels easier to stay stuck, right? Especially when that's what we've known. But we're finally getting that courage, right? We have risk on the bottom of the deck here to take that leap, to dive into the unknown, to free fall, right? Into the future that's waiting for us. Oh, well, maybe this devil's more tempting to the feminine persuasion. maybe not as tempting to the masculines on here, Kevin. Yeah, it is easier. Everything's easier said than done, right? Absolutely everything is easier said than done. Words are easy, right? That's why they say talk is cheap. Action is what really matters, right? That's why it's easy to say anything. It's easy. We know what people want to hear, right? And people know what we want to hear. So it's really easy to say, we know what we need to do, right? But sometimes we drag our feet. That's the energy of procrastination. This is another devil energy, right? Procrastination, self-sabotage. Where is it that we have been self-sabotaging ourselves? You guys know what I'm saying? We've been sabotaging ourselves. Are we ready to stop doing that? Right? Where we've allowed these energies, when we allow these energies to keep us bound, to keep us stuck, to keep us running in circles, chasing our tail, we are not sovereign. Right? Because this energy has power over us. When you're sovereign, nothing has power over you. You are your own authority. So it's really about learning that. And it's about, taking those risks, making those wishes, seeing that beauty, where that beauty is present everywhere in your world. Seeing, oh, I love this too. We have chaos underneath. Seeing the beauty in the chaos. Remember, we came out of the blue lunar storm year. That was last year. This is the year of the yellow electric seed. This is the year of planting our seeds, our intentions. And today I forgot to mention with the red solar dragon energy, the solar tone is all about intention as well, right? But we learned how to be the eye of the storm, right? We learned to see the beauty in the chaos, right? The beauty in the destruction, because we also see what that is creating, right? So setting those intentions, those beautiful wishes as well. But wish is a very, to me, wish is a very, hello, Barbara. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Jean, I think that's how you say that. Thank you, Jean. Immaculate Conception, hello. I'm going to take a moment to say hello to everyone who's on here. Barbara, hello, Barbara. Yes, you guys are also beautiful. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, it's wishing to me is a very, it's a passive kind of an energy. We don't wish, we set intentions, we create. We can daydream because daydreaming is fun, right? But we don't wish, we create. That was like the old energy, right? Of the 11/11 energy. People would always say, it's 11/11, make a wish. And yes, wishes are beautiful, but like we're taking a more empowered energy around it. It's less about wishing and it's more about taking that creative control. And then, yes, reminding us again, honesty. So that self-honesty, that honesty with others, that living in our integrity is so important right now. Ooh. And I think this is a great way to close here. That would have been great, but I find this very intriguing. So we have message and forbidden coming out here. So forbidden messages. And so I'm reading this a couple different ways. For some people, this is like messages. This is like communication happening that's forbidden. Like somebody that you're not supposed to talk to, maybe. So this has like a very illicit kind of an energy to it. People contacting you that are tempting. It almost kind of plays back into this energy again. Maybe it's people trying to come back in. But more deeply than that, if we really look at this energy, what this feels like to me is forbidden knowledge. So downloads and information coming through today of this knowledge, right? This deep, sacred, esoteric knowledge that's been passed down for thousands of years, but was restricted only to the few. This knowledge is being made available to everyone now. That's part of this ascension process. We are rediscovering this knowledge that was never actually lost. It was just hidden. And now the hidden is coming out into plain view. All right. And so beautiful messages surrounding some of this, the reclaiming of some of this forbidden knowledge as well, is definitely an energy that I'm feeling here. Yeah, which is really really interesting. So keep your hearts open, keep your ears peeled. Yes, those secret teachings, Ty, exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Truth into light. Absolutely. Light is knowledge. Light is information. All right. In honor of the holiday today, we can say that it is fabulous. It is fabulous. It is fascinating, right? That Lucifer was known as the light bringer, right? And what is light? Light is truth. Light is knowledge. So from biblical times, knowledge was demonized. Right? And now we're reclaiming that knowledge and we're using it for good. We're also receiving knowledge of some of the things that went wrong in the past so that we can correct that and prevent that in the future. That's, part of why we're receiving these transmissions and these memories, healing these timelines from Atlantis and some of these civilizations where darkness, we lost ourselves in darkness. Right? All right, you guys, I appreciate you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'm going to scroll through your messages here before we close. Yes, to learning the occult. Occult means hidden from the eye. Yes, yes, yes. And today is a day that's all about that energy. You guys are so incredible. I love you so much. Rise like the morning star. Yes. Yes, happy Halloween, happy Samhain, whatever you call it, however you say it. You guys are beautiful. You guys are so amazing. I'm so grateful to be able to connect with all of you today. I hope you guys are going out to do some represented by Venus. Yes, absolutely. They do call Venus the morning star as well. Yeah, so it's like breaking through all of these old preconceived notions and all the things that we were taught, all the disinformation we were taught, right? Yeah. I actually had a really, this is going to be a super controversial statement maybe, but that's fine. We make those here, right? We say what we think and what we believe, right? We speak our truth. So I was having an interesting conversation with someone and they were talking about this energy, right? Of how we're seeming to notice that things, not only are things not what they seem, but a lot of times things are the exact opposite of what they seem. And so they were like, all this time, right? We've been taught that, if we look at like the Bible, for instance, that God was this incredible benevolent being and Lucifer was this evil being. But what if Lucifer was actually what we perceive to be God and God is actually what we perceive to be Lucifer? And we've been worshiping certain people have been worshiping like this completely opposing energy to what the truth is. Right. And I was like, that's really fascinating to think about. Like you may be onto something there. Right. Because if you think about it, the God in the Bible is extremely vengeful and he doesn't sound all that kind and generous and compassionate, right? As we know source to be. So yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting. Today is the day, especially with this moon opposing Neptune energy. Question things. Look at things from different perspectives, right? Read into things in a different way. Feel into things. Sense things in a different way. And really, and we practice this every day, right? Always question absolutely everything and come to your own truth. Yeah. Yes. All right, you guys. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed the horns. I thought that you would. I had to take them out. Maybe I'll have something to wear them out to tonight, but I had to bust them out for you guys today. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If things happened completely effortlessly, it would be kind of boring, right? Bill Hicks and the Luciferians put forward that theory. God is a vengeful beast. God is a vengeful beast, and Lucifer is a redeemer. Oh, interesting, Pete. Yeah, I didn't know that was a theory that had already been put forward. But it just goes to show, like, we can't take anything as fact. We have to. And honestly, I think God, Lucifer, these are just archetypes, right? There really ultimately is one unified energy from which everything came, right? And duality plays out in different dimensions for a reason, but really everything is oneness, and everything comes from that one energy, right? And exists in that one frequency of love. But the frequency of love isn't what we typically think of it as, right? Because our experience and understanding of love comes from a three-dimensional standpoint. Yeah, but it's fun to have these discussions and to think about these things, right? Yes, using that natural curiosity as fuel. Absolutely. Yes, we do. As we combine our knowledge, as we combine ourselves into one mind, eventually that's what happens. I don't know if you guys have ever read, there's a book called, it's called The Raw Material, I believe it is, The Law of One. And they talk about how, as you ascend into higher levels of consciousness, you develop what's called a group consciousness, or a group mind, where the minds are all connected and we all have access to all the knowledge that everybody has. And so one can speak for all because they're all interconnected. And so the group that they were channeling in the book, The Law of One, is the raw group, which is a group consciousness that consists of many, many souls, but all with their consciousness all combined. So it's really interesting. Trying to get my cards organized here. All right, you guys. Yes, it is a beautiful day, and nature is calling. So I will let you guys go, but I love you so much. You are so beautiful. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I keep saying goodbye, and then I stay on here because I just love connecting with you guys and your beautiful energy and all of the knowledge and wisdom that you have to share. But I am going to let you all go, wishing you, of course, once more, a very happy Halloween, Samhain, whatever you call it, however you are called to work with and flow with the energies of today. I hope that you do, and I hope that it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Tommy, Karen, Immaculata. Oh, that's so fun to say. Thank you, Allie, Pamela, Ty, ABC. Yep. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely, everybody. Munai. Yeah, you guys are the best. You guys are so awesome. Yes. And hopefully we'll be doing more of these lives together pretty soon. I want to start getting like a consistent day where we do them. So that's something that's sort of in the works right now, and something that's been an intention of mine that the action needs to go behind, right? Yes, please do email me again, Kevin. All right. Bye, you guys. Love you. Have a great, great day. Yes, blessings to you as well. Bye.